Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price. I can already tell you I am short with 70 Bitcoins since yesterday. Yes, I already took out $28,000 in profit just recently, so the combined profit of this trade is around $100,000 right now, and the remaining position size is 50 BTC. Why am I in this short trade? Can we expect that Bitcoin might fall lower, or is it time to just close that short trade completely and scale it back into our swing long position so we even have a bigger multiplier in the next bull run onto our HODL portfolio? But guys, let's talk about that, and not only that, because we want to talk about the news about the SEC that came out that also had something to do with the insane sell-off that we saw within the last couple of hours, pretty much the last 24 hours. Because as you remember, in my last video I already told you that the worst case scenario that I can see right now is that we are getting rejected from our upward sloping past resistance of our previous bear flag that we were forming over here, and that in the case that we are seeing a bearish chart pattern forming below that resistance, I would open up a short. And so I did. I will show you in a second what we saw in the smaller time frames that made me came to that conclusion. And I mean, the news with the SEC, this only really made me scale up this trade aggressively, because then it was really expected that the price will go down and fall relatively sharply. Because what was the news? The news was actually that the Security and Exchange Commission in the US pretty much completely brought staking and liquidity farming to a danger, just because they had a huge penalty fine, $30 million for Kraken. For what? For their staking services. All their staking programs have now also been closed down. This is why the market is in fear. They are actually fearing that the SEC, now that they didn't do anything with Celsius, FTX, Voyager, and so on, Luna, and investors got burned, now the SEC is stepping in at pretty much, all the very horrible things already collapsed. So now when the market is building itself up again, when the FOMO is coming back in, now the SEC is actually stepping in, putting some FUD to the market, and pressuring Kraken a lot. And Kraken is actually losing 11% of their revenue, yearly revenue, by canceling the staking programs, which is very, very interesting. And the question now is, and this is also why we are dumping, how far may this go? Are we also talking about the SEC maybe cracking down on the decentralized space and not only on the centralized exchanges? What is coming next? And this, I think, will be very interesting. There will be some awesome opportunities in the market. We can now already see that, decentralized governance tokens for any kind of staking, liquidity farming, and so on are actually pumping right now. But keep in mind, only because something is decentralized, this doesn't mean it cannot be made illegal, or fines cannot be put on people that are actually using it, even though for the SEC it might be a little bit harder to track people in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. It's definitely possible. So we need to keep that in mind, and this is also why we are seeing here this bearish price development. But why did I open a short trade originally? Because this was not the news. The short trade is was slightly opened before that news came out. A little bit luck here involved that the price fell so quickly, at least because of the news. But it was to be expected, just because we saw a beautiful rejection of our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. I opened the short trade as soon as this 4-hourly candle up here closed. Inverse hammerhead candle there, I can definitely say, in the combination with the wick against the 0.618 with the fake out of our falling resistance here also in green, right? It was a fake out wick. All of that combined really painted a bearish picture. This is why I opened this short hedge position for the potential correction all the way down to our previous support here on the daily. And now we need to hold the $21,800 level. This is the most important level right now, the upwards sloping support on the daily time frame. If we are not holding that, in my opinion, the danger becomes really, really real that we might fall back to the $18,000 to $18,600 level. That wouldn't be a catastrophe. That would be a relatively strong correction, although Bitcoin then easily would have the potential to, for example, form here a beautiful inverse head and shoulders pattern as a real bear market and bull run now entering into the bull run reversal pattern, right? So there is a few different options here for the price right now, even if we fall lower. So let's just find out if the price will fall lower, and this we can do very easily by just keeping an eye on the most important support that we are having right now here on the daily time frame around the 21,800 to $2,100 level, depending on how many days it now takes for the Bitcoin price to either bounce successfully and confirm its bounce by breaking out of this falling broadening wedge. If we see a breakout out of this falling broadening wedge, my short position is getting closed completely. And in the case that we are falling below, I'm scaling up my short position and preparing pretty much to scale up my swing long position around the $18,000 price range in that case then. But for now, guys, this is all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the bell, leave a thumbs up. Keep in mind what I told you today. Keep these price levels in mind. And especially if these price levels break in combination with some bearish news coming out, I will for sure upload a video and update you on what I'm doing with my positions. For now, as I just said, we are short, we reached our original price target, so it is time to take some profits, but luckily we scaled up the position quite heavily, so right now, even though we took already $30,000 in profits, we are right now still remaining in 50 BTC short. So let's see what happens there next. But now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As said, subscribe, activate the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, and we are going to see us in the next video. Till then, bye.